The Dogs, in association with the Greyhound Board of Great Britain. So Wimbledon Stadium on Saturday night for the 2009 Blue Square Greyhound Derby final. The biggest trophy in the sport and all the glitz and glamour you'd expect from greyhound racing's night of the year. A bumper crowd turned out in the early evening sunshine to witness a strong supporting card, which included Mark Wallis's well-fancied Goldcrest Lord in the sprint. Then came a shock over 6 men.
Around the final bend, it's wide open. Shelbourne Janey pushes its way through. Shelbourne Janey goes on from Laurie's Options. What a shock! Shelbourne Janey wins.
Favourite backers got back on track with Charlie Lister's star youngster Bandicoot Topoki in the puppy race.
As they head into the third bend and 6 Indian Valley taken on here on the inside by Bandicoot Topoki, who hits the front, and it's Bandicoot Topoki leading up the home straight. There's a huge roar gone up. The favourites out in front. Bandicoot Topoki wins.
More joy for those who followed the money as Cabra Boss nailed Deanridge Fury late on to win the Derby consolation.
As they come round the final bend, and 3 Deanridge Fury still leading. Cabra Boss throwing everything at it though as they come up towards the winning line. Here comes Cabra Boss, nailed him right on the winning line. Cabra Boss, a gutsy run.
Good genuine dog. He's won a lot of races for me in Wimbledon especially. A lot of people like him Wimbledon. Took 7-2 about him this morning. Thought it was a great price, out 6. Everything was right tonight for him.
The Keogh, Seneca and McNair combination was represented by Stop the Show in the very next race, and they played their part in a thriller.
Stop the Show now tackled by Droopy Zach. There was a huge roar. Zach's hit the front, but watch out for Bromard and Helen. Yes, she's got there in the end. She wins right on the line to pick trap 1, Droopy Zach.
Looking at the card, you can see why she hasn't got in there. It's a cracking marathon, it is. But in fairness to them, they did ring me and they gave me the opportunity of putting her in the 668 tonight.
So we may see her back over marathon trips then?
Oh, most definitely so. I'm very tempted to be going to Newcastle with her for the TV trophy. I know you're going to have the likes of Flying Winner, which are, but I think she'll be, she does want that distance now.
And very quickly, Lenson Express a little bit later on?
Oh, I'd love him to win, I really would.
And Tony's dream came true when in the closest finish of the night, Lenson Express got up. Lenson Express has it just, and there was no more deserving winner on the night than the 2008 Derby finalist. Back on track, and Ninja Jamie was attempting to make it back-to-back Derby Plate successes, but he found kennelmate Kryptonite a tough nut to crack up front before heading on Ellis struck.
As they come down towards the second last bend, Kryptonite proving difficult to pass at the moment. Ninja Jamie and also headed on Ellis is having a go. They come round the final bend. Frank's Land is closing upon them as well. They come off the final bend. Kryptonite being joined by Frank's Land and headed on Ellis. Here comes Ninja Jamie, headed on Ellis, wins!
He's a very good dog. I mean, I'll tell you what, first thing he's going to happen to this dog next week is going to have his tonsils out, like. So he has been struggling with them like all competition. There's a lot more in this dog than what you've seen tonight.
Trainers Jason Foster and Maxine Locke were the only handlers involved in this year's champion hurdle, as they had 3 runners each. Platinum Lancelot for Jason Foster was the 6-4 favourite, whilst Maxine had the 2nd and 3rd in the betting, Freedom Man and Little Boy. And then they go racing up towards the first light level break, although 5 Love Links paces up well, go on. Over the second light, Love Links leads there from 3 in the inside, Platinum Lancelot, who brushes its rival. After these comes 6, Freedom Man, they're away then from 1 Little Boy, then after these comes Boris Tyson and the other Outlaws. They head over the last line on the far side, and Platinum Lancelot puts them to the sword here, leads by a length and a half over 5 Love Links in second. Then comes Freedom Man, they come to the last, it's Platinum Lancelot over the last, great jump, great win. Jason Foster said at the start of the year that Platinum Lancelot was the fastest hurdler he'd ever put a lead on, and finally he gets his reward. Flying Winner was the 4-7 favourite for the Durando Marathon, despite being beaten on a last visit to Plough Lane. No excuse was made for her previous defeat. Midway skipper, Barnfield Brook and Bubbly Eagle were all hoping for another off day from the Marathon Queen. Favourite in trap 5, flying winner. It was a poor performance last time. Let's see how she gets on this time. She's away quite well. Trap 2, Midway skipper blazing the early trail with Bally Honcho as they head into the bend. And it's Midway skipper that fends off Bally Honcho around the first 2 bends. Flying winner in a handy posse. After these comes 4, Dramana Becky. Then after these comes 6, Barnfield Brook towards the rear, Bubbly Eagle. The pace being set by Midway skipper. Still with the upper hand here. 2 lengths clear from Flying winner. Trying to move up on the outside there, Bally Honcho. After these comes Barnfield Brook on the inside. They cut round the 5th bend. It's Midway skipper. A length and a half clear here. Still from trap 3 in second. Bally Honcho moving up on the inside now is Barnfield Brook. Flying winner keeping tabs as they come into the second last bend. Midway skipper, Flying winner. Oh, there's trouble there. It's Barnfield Brook going on from one around the outside. Bubbly Eagle who takes over. It's Bubbly Eagle quickening on for Ted Soppet and quickens away. Back in second place, running on Dramana Becky. The Champagne Syndicate never far away from the spotlight, looking forward to the TV trophy at Newcastle with Bubbly Eagle.
So the scene was set for an outstanding Blue Square Derby final. £100,000 to the winner and canine immortality beckoned for the champion. But who would lift the trophy? The 6 runners left the kennels for the traps to a huge reception, the loudest any of them or their connections would have heard. The place was abuzz as the crowd caught sight of the finalists. Trap 1, Fierceophonic, trained by Charlie Lister for Kieran Rowe, Paul Shaw, Simon Wooder, Kieran Hickey and Dave Greaves. Trap 2, Ballymac Russo, trained by Matt Darnell for leading owner Patsy Byrne. Trap 3, Farlow Rees and a second Charlie Lister trained finalist owned by Ian Openshaw and Simon Wooder. Trap 4, Glenard Sunrise, a second Matt Dartnell trained finalist also owned by Patsy Byrne. Trap 5, Kinda Ready, trained by Mark Wallis for Gary Crouch, Chris Badger, Darren Johnson and Lee Jordan. Trap 6, Wise Thought, trained and owned by Martin White. There was just minutes to go to the final when Sky's Darryl Williams conducted one of the most prophetic interviews of all time.
Well, goodness me, we're in the middle of a real huddle here. Darren Johnson's here, kind of ready, one of the owners. This is the way to watch the Derby.
You can't buy this. This is all about tonight. This is all about the Derby, different gear.
And you've got Lee with you as well.
Fantastic night. Just got to enjoy it.
That's the aim of the game, isn't it? Just enjoy.
Enjoy.
Can he win, though, Lee?
Yes, he can win.
Absolutely.
And just behind us, the connection to Trap 1 as well are here as well. Fierceophonic, Kieran's with us here. Kieran, you looking forward to this?
Yeah, he's got his draw, you know, all got it to do now. Off we go.
And Kieran's behind us as well, I think, as well.
All right, yeah.
Looking forward to this. Can he get out?
Yeah. Well, we just need to trap. That's all we need to do.
All about getting out of the boxes, yes?
Got to come out. If we round the first bend in front, we'll win.
Fantastic. So it is all pretty lively up here, and we're looking forward to the Derby.
Starlers checking them over one more time. The hare is on the move. Our time has come to crown the champion of 2009 for the Blue Square Greyhound Derby final. £100,000 to the winner. Ballymac Russo in trap 2 is the 2-1 favourite. Here comes the hare. Away we go. Fierceophonic's out quickly here on the inside. Wise Thought tries to go with him, so does Ballymac Russo. Fierceophonic goes round the first bend in front and scampers on. 5 Kinda Ready moves up in a second. Then comes 6 Wise Thought. After these comes 3 Farlow Reason. It's Fierceophonic. Some 4 lengths clear into the third bend. Kinda Ready staying on. After these comes Wise Thought. They come round the final bend. It's Charlie Lister and Fierceophonic with a length lead. Kinda Ready's closing. Kinda Ready got there. Just got trap 1. Fierceophonic inside the closing stages. What a run! Mark Wallis, his first greyhound in a Greyhound Derby final. The champion trainer has usurped Fierceophonic and Charlie Lister, who broke well and led. But what a run from Kinda Ready, the complete outsider at 25-1, has won here at Wimbledon. What a run, what celebrations of course, 4 connections. Oh my word, we've seen them come from behind today in most of the races at Wimbledon. And whilst Fears of Phonic blasted out of the boxes, it looked as though that hoodoo was going to be undone by Fears of Phonic, and supporters were on the verge of painting the town red. But in the end, it was kinda ready. Let's watch the action again. Trouble already for Glenard Sunrise. Ballymac Rousseau's trying to go with Fears of Phonic, who's got the early toe. Don't forget, Connections were well happy with the draw. You can see that Ballymac Rousseau gets bumped. So does Farlow Reason at the turn. They come around the second bend, and up front, Fears of Phonic with a 2.5 length lead at halfway. Kinda ready though, in the wings, waiting for its moment of glory. And glory comes to the outsider here tonight at Wimbledon, as Kinda Ready comes off the final bend. And as you can see, Britain's Got Talent, 6 talented runners, 1 winner. Kinda Ready lands the spoils tonight.
Love your work, Errol. A great commentary of a great finish to a great derby. It may have been different into the bend as Ballymac Rousseau paced up alongside Fierce Phonic, but as the red box runner moved off a touch, Rousseau came together with Farlow Reason and Kinda Ready slipped through against the fence. But it would take an almighty effort to reel in one of the fastest dogs we've seen for a while, but he did it. Mark Wallis, he did it. The champion trainer hugged his wife Sarah and then his mother-in-law, who had led the way at Imperial Kennels, Linda Jones. Standing with the winner was part owner Darren Johnson and Darryl.
Well, Darren, absolutely amazing. I mean, what a performance this dog's put in tonight.
He couldn't pick Zaphonic up from 4 behind for me. It's just, it's a dream. Cannot believe he picked Zaphonic up, Zaphonic being the dog he is. Can't believe it, can't explain it. It's just stuff dreams are made of.
Kinda Ready, the 2009 Blue Square Greyhound Derby champion.
Coming up after the break, we talk to Derby winning trainer Mark Wallis the morning after the night before. Welcome back to the Dogs and to Wimbledon Stadium. After the celebrations for Kinda Ready's Derby victory, there was still more racing to come. Plan in Trap 3 won the Bitches race for trainer David Prues. There was an even tighter finish in the next. That went to Drum the Willow in Trap 2 for trainer Maxine Locke. Whilst in the finale, the Maxi Marathon, the crowd went bonkers for odds-on favourite Vatican Iona.
Coamba goes there. Is it on sufferance? Vatican Iona. Oh, what a performance this is from the 4. Levels, you devils, as he wins.
But it was Kinda Ready's pulsating victory in this year's Blue Square Derby that will remain in the memory. It was a great success for the Mark Wallis camp and the owners who had bred him and watched him grow as a pup. Plenty of snaps for the scrapbook and a trophy to treasure. Well, on his lap of honour, Kinda Ready received his loudest cheer at the first bend, the exact point where Kinda Ready made a decisive move in the race from 5th to 2nd in the click of a camera shutter.
And Fierce Phonic has hit the front, trouble in behind, and it's Fierce Phonic in the red jacket, leading up from Kinda Ready, long way back to the 3rd. We've never had a winner from 1 at Plough Lane. We could do now, as Fierce Phonic leads up from Kinda Ready. Weisthorpe back in 3rd, but it's Fierce Phonic out in front. Here comes Kinda Ready though, Photo, possibly 5. I think Kinda Ready may have got there.
The morning after the night before, and we're back on track. And for Derby winning trainer Mark Wallis, it's business as usual. Another winner, this time at Harlow's charity football match and benefit meeting for Great Ormond Street Children's Hospital. There was a long promised date in the diary, even after just 2 hours sleep.
Yeah, the celebrations last night went on till quite late. Obviously, I mean, if you can't celebrate a derby win, then you know you never will. But yes, it was a fantastic night. yes, definitely hasn't sunk in yet.
So tell us about those celebrations. What did you get up to?
Well, I think we ended up wandering around the West End somewhere about 5 o'clock in the morning, and eventually got back home this morning and got a knock on the door to come and play football this morning. So we turned up here this morning.
Well, like a true professional. It's a professional footballer there.
Well, you know, we always want to beat Romford or whatever we do, and we beat them again this morning, and it was a good morning, warm.
How was your performance?
Yep, as good as the Derby winner last night.
Reflecting on the big race at Wimbledon, did Mark believe that Kind of Ready had a chance in running?
If I'm honest, yeah, coming off the second bend, I thought to myself, we're not going to disgrace ourselves, we're going to be a good second. You know, it wasn't until they was coming around the last bend that, you know, you seriously thought, he can catch this, yes, yes, yes. And then over the line, brilliant. You know, something that you, in your wildest dreams, you couldn't script it better than what happened last night.
Did you think you won though?
I hadn't. I was standing on the first bend, and you're looking almost straight on. And when they flashed across the line together, you know, there was a silence all around me, and nobody had really knew. It wasn't until sort of the longest 30 seconds later that somebody put the thumbs up and said, you know, the dog's got up. It was a great race for the neutral. For anybody watching greyhound racing, surely that was a terrific race to see a finish like that, you know. And you know, Fierce Sophonic's lost, but it's you know, it's come out of the race with an immense amount of credit, and Charlie has. Charlie's a great ambassador for our sport, and he's somebody that myself personally and most of the trainers out there set their standards to. And you know, if you know, Charlie's won a lot of derbies, and you know, I'm not going to get carried away, and the feet are firmly going to be on the ground, and we're going to be trying to come back and do something similar next year.
A first Derby winner for a Harlow-based trainer, and those at the track were delighted for him.
So pleased for the owners, but most of all I'm pleased to Mark and all the Imperial Kennels and the staff. They thoroughly fantastic, deserved dedication, hard work, and loads of ambition. I'm so pleased for him.
He thoroughly deserves it. He's a true professional, you know, and it's great, you know, first year at Harlow and he wins it at last, you know. He ran a great race, the dog, fantastic.
Obviously a fantastic race to watch, you know, the excitement right to the end. You know, general public couldn't wish for anything more, and I'm sure most of the bookies will feel the same.
Mark, you know, he is what he is, good trainer.
Mark's a lovely chap, all his kennel staff, tremendous people, lovely, you know, couldn't wish for a better bloke to win it, you know, he's a lovely fella.
Oh, it was absolutely magnificent. I thought the dog ran superb.
You must be proud of Mark.
Absolutely. I think it's absolutely wonderful. It's good for Mark, good for the kennel, good for us all.
You know, Mark's kind enough, he turned up this morning, played football, managed us, you know, and we won 7-2, so didn't get home until about 6:15, I believe. So, and all the kennel staff that belong to Mark, they turned up and played as well. So, no, blinding. Can't believe it.
An auction followed the racing with sporting memorabilia aplenty, all in aid of Great Ormond Street. Race sponsors also played their part.
Nick sponsored a race, and we're just giving away something for the auction and just come up here to show our support for Great Ormond Street.
We're sponsoring one of the races. We sponsored the race to UK Packaging, so.
And for Great Ormond Street as well.
Great to see such a good crowd down today at Harlow.
Oh, it's been lovely, especially for Great Ormond Street, you know, for the children and all the rest of it. So it's all about, isn't it? Yeah. You know, coming along, help the kids.
You like the greyhound racing and you're a regular?
Yeah, we do. We come, well, now and again, but when our kids come down to visit us, we normally make a trip out here, something to eat, good night out, you know, it's good fun.
And there were one or two famous faces as well.
Well, it's local to me. I live in Roydon Village, and it's Great Ormond Street. So to me, that's probably one of the greatest children's hospitals there is. I remember it when I was a kid. You know, I was there for a couple of weeks. Nothing too major, but I think Great Ormond Street and the people we know touches us through our lives. You know, touches everyone I know. You know, everyone I know seems to be connected with Great Ormond Street in some way, which is a tragedy in itself. But thank God there's an hospital there like that to look after our kids. You know, and I've got my great mate John H. Tracy here, and which I'm very proud of knowing, John, because I've been a world champion, and when I boxed at the Repton, I won his trophy. Best fighter of the year. I think he was a bit crooked. I think my dad must have slipped him a few quid. So I got him here and Billy Taylor, another old Repton boy who was a great fighter. but just the people of Harlow who come out as well to support the cause. So I think that tells you its own story.
Having a fantastic day, thank you very much, and can't be better than the charity for Great Ormond Street for the children. So we're having a really good time. I haven't had no winners yet though.
No, I hope that picks up for you. You're sticking around for the auction later on.
Oh yes, I've got a lot of items in it myself, so you know we should do well on it, and hopefully make a lot of money for the charity.
Yeah, lovely day, really great day. It's a great cause for the charity, and having a great day. I've backed a few winners, so it makes it even better.
Yeah, you like the dog racing?
Yeah, you know, I try to, but I follow the dad. He's the betting man, so I follow him.
And Great Ormond Street's obviously a great charity to support. You're sticking around for the auction later on?
Yeah, of course, yeah. We've donated a few gloves there for the auction, and there's plenty of other stuff there, so hopefully you can raise a few quid from them. And I'm going to go to the hospital in the next coming weeks to visit the kids' meal.
Steve, what a great day at Harlow Dog Track. Tell us a bit about your work.
Had a fantastic day so far. We've been fundraising for Great Ormond Street for about 9 years since Jack was born. And he's had various medical conditions. You've had how many operations now?
25.
25 operations. As a result of that, we've been doing fundraising ever since for the hospital.
Most racegoers stayed behind after racing for the auction with some valuable lots on show. And one of the choice lots was this signed Zinedine Zidane shirt. Mark Wallis was among the bidders, but for the first time in 24 hours, he lost out.
650, last chance for the Zidane shirt. Sold to that gentleman there, £650. Thank you very much indeed.
Brilliant day, brilliant people for a very, very good cause. They're probably the best children's hospital in the world. Always need money. These people to come out and put their hands in their pockets. What can you say, other than what you just said? Very good day.
All round a great day, raising thousands of pounds for Great Ormond Street, a charity and race meeting the now Harlow-based Wallis was happy to support.
Harlow have given us a terrific opportunity since the closure of Walthamstow, and you know, they're a progressive track that's trying to do things the right way. We're going to come back here sometime next week, and we're going to parade the dog with his jack in the trophy, and you know, that's something that we you know, Derby win, and we all look forward to. You know, we hope, along with ourselves, we're going to go forward with Harlow in the next couple of years, and you know, this is going to be a great track to run dogs on, and hopefully everything will work out fine.
And there's more. A poker tournament after racing was well attended and competed for. But poker fan Wallis was nowhere to be seen. Not this time. Bed, no doubt, finally beckoned. And who can blame him?
So on to the open race calendar. On Friday there's opens at Harlow and Romford. On Saturday the Peterborough Cesarewitch final is the evening's feature. There's also opens at Crayford and Shawfield. Coventry have Sunday night to themselves, whilst on Monday the Ladbroke Summer Stayers Classic gets underway at Monmore in the afternoon, with opens at Nottingham and Romford in the evening. For all the latest results, click onto our website, thedogs.co.uk. On Tuesday, we're broadcasting live from Bellevue, Manchester, for the Scurry Gold Cup final and the Cock of the North final. Don't miss it.
The Dogs, in association with the Greyhound Board of Great Britain.